Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. We are having a little bit of a storm out here, so if you hear some rumbles of thunder, it's okay. We're doing all right. My name's Lisa, and I wanted to welcome you to my page. We are working on the 12 benefits of turmeric today, but before I get to that, please just let me know where you're watching from, if you're on replay, live, or if you're new, just go ahead and say one of those things. I love your comments. I love to hear what's going on. And also, if you have something to add to the conversation, please feel free to do it. Okay, so I've been working on health and wellness for a little while and anti-inflammation. Inflammation causes many problems in our bodies when it's constant. Like when you get a bruise or something, your hand or something will swell up. That's a normal defense. It should not be all the time. But through toxins and things that have been in our food and just things in the atmosphere, it seems like our bodies are constantly on high alert, and that's not doing us much good. Hello. So anyway, I want to get right to it. We're going to work on the benefits of turmeric. There's 12 of them, but I'm going to get to the 10. If you want the last two, just let me know. I just want to get going on this and not take too long. Okay. Goodness. All right. So I got this off of a website of a doctor. His name is, well, it doesn't matter what his name is anyways. I don't want to give out names unless we need to. But, well, actually, yeah, I guess I can. It's online. Dr. Axe. He has discussed many different things of alternative therapies to drugs. Okay, as you know, a lot of drugs have the average I think is 70 side effects per drug, and you might think things like aspirin and that are okay. Well, they have side effects too, that you may not realize. So number one benefit of turmeric, what he's got listed, is may slow or prevent blood clots. In both lab and animal studies, use of turmeric greatly reduces greatly reduces instances of platelet aggregation and potentially reduces the risk of blood clots forming. That's really important if you've ever had one and had trouble with one. I've had that in my family, and it actually caused a fatality as a result. So it was somebody that we were not expecting. So definitely keep that in mind. Okay, maybe a preferable treatment method for people prone to vascular thrombosis and requiring anti-arthritic therapy. This still needs some checking on though. Okay, may reduce depression symptoms. Although few studies have been conducted on humans, dozens of research trials have proven the benefit of turmeric, including being effective in reducing depression symptoms in laboratory animals. So that is another benefit. Okay, and that goes into fights inflammation. That's the one I've been using it for. I've walked for years, like I said, and if you would have seen me a few years back, you would have seen a lot more of me, so that put a lot more pressure on my joints. The inflammation and things like that has an effect on your pain, your stress, all that. I can hear my joints popping when I walk, my ankles. I've walked for a long time. I know they've probably got something going on. Thing is, I don't feel it, which is really good. I was in an accident a couple of months back, fortunately, and I could feel something in my back, but I didn't take too long to recover. Went and got checked out, and they're like, yeah, you've got arthritis. I don't notice it though. So I guess that's a good thing. I mean, I know I have it, but I'm able to keep it under control, and there are some things that I'm using, and I will be happy to share that later. Okay, boost skin health. Turmeric's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that have proven effective in treating multiple skin conditions. Benefits include increasing glow and luster, speeding up wound healing, calming the pores to decrease acne and acne scarring, controlling psoriasis flares. One uncontrolled pilot study involving 814 participants even suggests that turmeric paste could cure 90% of scabies cases within 3 to 15 days. Okay, scabies, yeah, that would be good. Okay, Number 5, may outperform common arthritis drug. If you know anybody who's got arthritis, this is a huge relief for them to be able to have this. Arthritis is no fun, guys. Because curcumin is known for its strong anti-inflammatory and pain-reducing characteristics, a study was conducted on 45 rheumatoid arthritis patients to compare the health benefits of curcumin and turmeric to the arthritis drug diclofenac sodium. It's an NSAID, which put people at risk of developing leaky gut and heart disease. You probably know what heart disease will do. Leaky gut is like you have a lining in your stomach that's supposed to absorb through, kind of like a filter that gets into your bloodstream. When you develop leaky gut, that parts of that film are broken away and things just go straight through that shouldn't. Now, normally, like when you inhale, you can inhale viruses, you can eat things, whatever. It goes down to the gut, and that filter is broken, so some things are getting through that shouldn't. Normally, we have our defense system for our viruses. When you breathe in, it goes down into the gut, but the stomach actually kills it. But if there's a breach in that lining or the acid, sometimes viruses, some things get through. So it's not obviously a foolproof method, but you don't want leaky gut any more than you really want heart disease. Okay. They split the studies. This goes into, could treat or prevent certain cancers. Of all the topics scientists have tackled in regard to curcumin disease reversal, cancer is one of the most thoroughly researched topics. It may help with prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, and other forms of cancer, in the words of global authorities like Cancer Research UK. So that's another thing that needs to be looked into. Goodness. And it's a spice, guys. It's closely related to ginger. So you probably could grow it. And I'm scrolling through this website. If you want the link, let me know. Okay, may help manage diabetes. Let's see. The Biochemistry and Biophysical Research Communications published a lab study of Auburn University that explored the potential of curcuminoids to lower glucose levels. Sounds good. A lot of people that I know, I've heard diabetes a couple times in the last few days. Combats obesity. A study published in the Journal of Biofactors showed that curcumin may help reduce proliferation, growth of fat cells based on lab results. That would be nice if you could take a spice, and it may have that. It sounds like it's certainly promising. The researchers found that anti-inflammatory properties in curcumin were effective at suppressing the inflammatory processes of obesity, therefore helping to reduce obesity and its adverse health effects. Obesity causes a lot of them. Stress on your joints only being one. Supports management of inflammatory bowel disease. This one also not fun, An in-depth analysis of all studies evaluating curcumin's ability to manage ulcerative colitis found that one very well-designed trial tested curcumin plus mescaline, a typical NSAID prescribed for this condition, against placebo. Patients taking only placebo and mescaline, Angela's supposed to be coming to help me with my medical pronunciations, were over 4 times more likely to experience a relapse or a flare-up of ulcerative colitis during 6 months of the study, suggesting it may include helping to maintain remission of this chronic disease. One small pilot study investigated the curcumin supplementation for patients with ulcerative colitis and patients with Crohn's disease. Although the sample size was small, all of the ulcerative colitis patients and 4 out of the 5 Crohn's patients had marked improvements over 2 months, suggesting the need for additional research. Well, that's a positive step. May regulate cholesterol. So many people are trying to do that. A study published by Drugs and RD found that curcumin was compatible to atorvastatin at reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in the treatment of high cholesterol in humans. This is all pretty good news from a spice, guys. And, you know, not a lot of, you rarely ever hear of a side effect that's debilitating like some of the ones that you take the drugs. Now, I want to just share something with you. I have IBS. I don't absorb things very well. You've probably heard me talk about that before, unless you're new. In that case, now you know. So my absorption is different, and difficult, I guess you would say. And I noticed it for a long time because I would take supplements and I didn't notice a whole lot of results like I thought I should. Well, come to find out with my damaged gut, it doesn't work that way. So you end up flushing a lot of it, literally. Okay, so you can be taking the best vitamins in the world, you can be taking the best foods in the world, you can be taking the best whatever. If you're ingesting it and you can't absorb, it really doesn't matter. I'm sorry to say, but you have to be able to absorb it once it gets in there. So if your gut's damaged, and most of ours are, by the way, they're at least compromised in some way, you only get about, I think, 10% if you're doing well through ingestion. I've recently found, well, within the last year, something like this. This contains ginger and turmeric. Oh, by the way, little extra tip, it's not one of the last two tips, or the last two things. When you're ingesting turmeric, you typically need to partner it with something like ginger to get it in digested well. Just a thought. Okay, so recently I have found this little patch. It contains ginger and turmeric, a lot of vitamin C, and a bunch of other things. It doesn't go through my stomach. All you do is you apply it, give it about 8 hours on a warm muscle above your heart, and it really does help with immune issues and getting my ginger and turmeric in and my joints and all that good stuff. So I want to say thank you. If you want the last two, let me know. And there goes my dog. She's been very good. But anyway, we'll talk to you later. If please join me for more information. Thank you. PM me. Thanks. Bye-bye.